This might sound like a joke post to some, but if you're interested in becoming a media journalist that will be reviewing music for an online publication or magazine, then take this post seriously. But for others on the sidelines with more time on their hands, do some additional research and you'll find out that I'm right on the money with my observation. So if you're interested in becoming a reviewer and will be in fact reviewing music from artists of the hip-hop genre and you'd love to be taken seriously, there are a few things that can get you started and catapult you to the forefront, especially as a hip-hop media journalist. It doesn't matter if you'll be on YouTube or writing for publications like Billboard, The Hollywood Reporter, or Pitchfork. Before we get started, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications to be the first to know when we publish videos on the channel. Now, to be taken seriously by the renowned hip-hop media journalists that claim to speak for the hip-hop community, all you have to do is downplay the efforts of Eminem and you're good to go. Suddenly, that will automatically mean you know more about hip-hop music and you're not one with the crowd that praise Eminem because they never listen to other hip-hop artists. Like I said earlier, this might sound like a joke post, but do some digging and you'd see that more often than not, those that praise Eminem are deemed to have very little knowledge about hip-hop in general. And even legends like Rakim praised Eminem and was accused by media journalists and Eminem critics to be ignorant about hip-hop. On the surface, downplaying Eminem's efforts will get you points with the hip-hop community as someone with extensive knowledge about hip-hop, which is why rating an Eminem album 2/10 and criticizing it for having terrible bars is seen as heroic, especially if the reviewer is not black. But then again, the same reviewer turns around and rates a mumble rap album a 9/10 lyrical masterpiece with solid bars. That's all on the surface, but the reason for this is deeper and is based on an ideology. Words like guest, culture vulture have been used to describe Eminem by the usual suspects, and day by day we get to see the true reason why they don't respect Eminem, and any media journalist that does the same scores high points in their book since they are the self-proclaimed gatekeepers of hip-hop culture. Eminem's success is chalked under white privilege, but the success of rappers like Tupac, Jay-Z, and more are called talent. But for Eminem, it's white privilege. For those who don't know, black Americans are roughly 13% of the population in the United States, which means that for any artist to go platinum, the major race purchasing their albums are, guess what? White people. All you have to do is check out the crowds that pay to see these artists, and you'll have your answer. So back to the point, at the moment, there's more to gain to be on the Eminem hate train, even for black media journalists, but more so for whites and non-blacks, who are viewed as more knowledgeable about hip-hop when they criticize Eminem. But isn't it ironic that the people they consider the legends like Rakim, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and more only have praise for Eminem's ability, and some of these legends have even been outclassed by Eminem on a record, but yet, Eminem is the only one that made it because of privilege and must be shut down and over-criticized. You often see posts titled Eminem's worst bars, Eminem's played out rhymes, Eminem's corniest bars, but how often do you see posts like this about other rappers? This is all good because it signifies one thing. Eminem's place at the peak of hip-hop, which is why he's overly criticized, and his albums are nitpicked by critics who give albums by Lil Pump 5 stars. So yeah, to kickstart a career as a hip-hop media journalist that will attract the self-proclaimed gatekeepers and those that play identity politics, all you have to do is virtue signal, give positive reviews to what the kids find trendy, never miss an opportunity to downplay Eminem's efforts, and try to sound like you know what you're talking about even when you don't. I wish I had more, but those are the key qualities, and in no time you'll be at the front page when any hip-hop album is searched on YouTube. You could even end up writing for the likes of Pitchfork and Billboard in no time. Now that you know how to kickstart a career as a hip-hop media journalist, especially if you're not black, let's get this video to at least 500 likes to get the word out to help upcoming media journalists that will also be interested in reviewing hip-hop albums. Thanks for watching, and I hope you had as much fun as I did. On a more serious note, if you're interested in knowing some latest facts about Eminem's Recovery album, be sure to check out this video.